Patriots owner Robert Kraft, it bothers me that we haven't won a playoff game. It bothers me that we haven't won a playoff game in 3 years. And
let me bring this. Let me
yeah,
say this
ahead,
intro.
Ahead, I was
How spoiled do you have to be to say that type of shit?
I'll agree.
You know these Cowboys,
squad,
right?
I agree.
There's so many teams, and this guy with all his rings says, I can't believe we haven't won in 3 years. You're basically going through a rebuild, dude. You just had a rookie quarterback.
Bro,
I'm sick and tired of it.
Even like you said, we're going through a rebuild, and even the process of this rebuild, it could have been a lot worse.
And it had some good signs.
It's very smooth. This is probably one of the smoothest rebuilds.
Let's speak about it real quick. Let me bring it in. Robert Kraft has been spoiled on and off the field. Happy ending, Joe. But seems to have a fit.
Sick man.
Seems to have a fit about the Patriots not holding their standards that he has held them to. He has shown in the past that he will do whatever it takes to win, though, and this was just true. And in a loaded AFC, he expects similar results to the years with Tom Brady. The GOAT.
Yeah.
Do you see, and we'll start with you, Steven. This is your team right here. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Do you see the Patriots winning a playoff game in 2022?
Honestly.
I guess it's 2023, right? Because that's when the playoffs will happen. But 2022, 2023 season.
I feel like, because, realistically, our team itself, we're not predicated on the big free agency moves and the splashes in the offseason. Like last season, we did that last season, but that's not what we do normally.
Mm-hmm.
We get guys down low, we make these under the mud
average
deals.
Joes off the street.
I'm not even gonna say we're getting guys off the street, because we're getting guys who are on rosters, but they're gonna be guys that you're like, I've never heard of him before. I've never really, unless you've really watched the team they were on before, bro. That's what it is. So we need, as far as offense goes, the only thing I really feel like, well, I won't say it's the only thing, but the real key that we should get is wide receiver, and from that should be done in the draft. I'm not really tripping off us not paying any of the guys that we saw right now. It's a lot of guys in the draft right now. As far as wide receiver goes, it's looking like a real serious class. So I don't think that's an L by us not going for anyone in free agency on that key.
Well, I think you mentioned, and you put a lot of this into the notes here, that Mac Jones, second year on the Patriots. When you're talking about the draft, you're looking for a wide receiver, a linebacker, or maybe even a corner. Why those positions?
Well,
is it Bill Belichick's just strong suit?
Because defense wins championships.
Well, yeah, all right. Because I put those positions because, defense is always where he's added a lot of depth in corner and the linebacker position. Those we lost J.C. Jackson, and I feel like
big loss.
Yeah. He's a Pro Bowler.
Where did he
just
go?
because of the
He
production,
went to the
right?
Chargers.
Shit.
Yeah.
Chargers, baby. The sleepers.
Man.
What were you saying now?
Me?
Yeah.
I was just asking why those in particular. I know you would really emphasize the wide receiver.
Yeah, the wide receiver and linebacker, because at this point, linebackers middle linebacker, most of our middle linebackers, a lot of them that were actually starters and role players are older now. So we need to start getting younger, and we need to get younger guys who are faster in those areas. And then corner again, so probably just get more speed corners too, because realistically, J.C. Jackson was our fastest. He was either our fastest or second fastest corner, bro.
No, he played a lot of man, and when you're playing man, you definitely need to be a speedy corner.
Either he or our slot corner are probably our fastest corners, because our slot corner is pretty nice. But he was injured, so that was another thing. But he should be back next year. But that's corner is definitely we picked up two corners this offseason though. We picked up one guy was through a trade. I've actually seen some footage of him before. He was on the Texans.
You guys picked up Jabril Peppers. No?
Yeah,
that
if I
too.
can say something,
I like that.
I
pickup.
really like that pickup,
like
and I
that
think
pickup,
that
bro.
Bill Belichick will be able to get the most out of him.
That is gonna
He's
be nice.
he was like this in college, where he was just a crazy player all in all these different positions. Kind of can be like a box safety that will eventually just go wherever you need him to go.
I like that, bro. Our safety depth with him now, bro. We are solid. I mean, long term, Jabril Peppers with the other two safeties we already have right now. That's gonna be a nice picture, honestly. If that's what works out, honestly.
So I don't know for sure if you did answer the question or not. You mentioned a lot of things that they need and what it looks like, and I know that
Well,
naturally we're very hard on our own teams. That's what we need to be,
yeah,
right?
I said
Hold them to a standard.
linebackers and corners for sure.
How do you feel though? Do you think they're gonna win a playoff game in this next upcoming season?
Honestly, I think we can. Yeah, like realistically, I think we can.
But you can. I believe that you guys
Yeah.
can, but will you?
Will we? What's the
Can-
it's like I'm guessing. I'm still gonna be guessing. Yes, we can win a playoff game.
Yes.
Will we? I don't know.
Yes.
Yes,
You're
I'm
still
saying,
gonna
I still
okay.
feel like we can win
Yes.
a playoff game.
How about you, Giffen? After all the things he mentioned.
You don't win shit.
Yeah.
Hey man, everything looks cute and glamorous with all the signings and Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, and there's a reason
This
why they
guy.
traded up for Mac Jones, but nah, man. Like, y'all look good in the division, that's great, but that's it. Y'all just look good in the division. That's cool, but
Well, the Bills are in their division,
We
so
were sure
You
beating
let-
teams outside of our
you
division
let-
this
yeah.
last
you let-
season.
you
though.
let- you let Tom go, or you guys part ways with Tom, the dynasty's over. And it's time to start anew. That ship has sailed.
We're starting anew.
The TV's on and Tom Brady's watching it.
We're starting anew.
Yeah, you are, and it's gonna be a couple of growing pains. So Robert Kraft needs to calm down, chill,
I agree.
go get a massage.
I agree. See,
go get him a massage.
all right, you're saying another thing. We agree with the point that he needs to chill, but like as far as like the progress is going, I think it's progressing in the right direction.
He needs to
You can
chill.
sit down.
You don't tell Robert Kraft what to do.
You can sit down, bro.
And he wants wins, and he
Oh,
wants it
man.
all
but
the
nah,
time.
I mean, it's not like
He does sound spoiled. Though.
Yeah, it's
that's
spoiled.
true.
That,
it's true.
and it's not like you guys didn't sign a crazy big receiver, running back, Mac. What the fuck?
We
I
didn't
was just
sign
looking
it.
to see
Oh,
how
I
much
was-
time we've been in.
I was like, dog, I smell good. Anyway, it's not like you guys signed a crazy receiver.
He's smelling you
running
online.
Hey, I'm just saying you got awfully close to the suit, dog. What's
Go
up?
ahead, though.
You
We're
know,
solid on running backs, bro.
no, I know that, but it's
Damien
not
Harris.
like. But it's you guys didn't sign a big time player, so I don't expect big time results.
Well, they signed
We
big time
never-
players.
We did last
apparently,
season, but like
and
I'm
it
saying,
didn't really work out, right? I expected them to do a lot more because that's the way Bill Belichick rolls, right? He gets people that he's gonna get the most production out of them and put them in places to be successful. I never even heard of Jonnu Smith last season, the whole season, and I was hyped about him. He was a
But I
speedy
don't-
receiver,
I'm
one
not
that can
gonna
make run
put that
blocking.
as- I'm
They
seeing
paid
what
him
you're
like
getting
they
at,
paid him like a
but
big
that's not
guy at
because
least.
Jonnu didn't produce. What he was more used in run blocking than passing to begin with off rip, bro. Like
but
that's
Hunter
his
Henry,
usage. His usage is why his production did not meet what you would say standard Jonnu Smith. He's not tight end one like
Hunter Henry was.
Tennessee.
That's fine.
Yes.
I understand that, but I'm saying though, Jonnu was more of a stretch the field type of tight end, and he can definitely run block. Don't get me wrong. So can
Yeah.
Hunter Henry, but I would say
And
Jonnu was
he
a little
wasn't
bit better.
on a lot of deep stuff like that either, though, bro.
He's a little bit. I'm saying that he was used
can,
like that.
but that's not.
and he
how,
can,
Yeah, he didn't.
but
they didn't do that.
I don't
with
think
him,
Bill
bro.
Belichick's like we're gonna take a tight end and run him down the field if their name is not Gronk. Now let me say this
Ah.
much, and you said it even.
Or-
you capitalized
Never
on this,
mind.
right?
Well, I would
Most
more
cap
say
space.
Josh McDaniels.
Well, he's gone now.
Yeah.
Most cap space is tied to the offseason moves from last year, but the Patriots are never a team to hold on to as it's underperforming. And
Aguilar.
let me say this much. Yes, Aguilar was definitely a disappointment. It's crazy how these other wide receivers were able to kind of come in and fill that role. Talking about Jacoby Myers was a big surprise last year.
Kendrick Bourne
Kendrick
Had a
Bourne
good
is
year,
a really
bro.
good
He had a good
one
year,
as
bro.
well. So from my understanding, even when you're kind of talking about the wide receiver, maybe you don't even need a number one, but you need another guy to get more attention. Same kind of what you're talking about impact ratings, right? Another guy to get more attention on that side, so that these other two guys can get open a little bit more. Now, is it the offensive side? Is it the defensive side? From my understanding, last year it looked like it was a little bit more the defensive side
Yeah.
than it was the
I think we
offensive
need
side.
more on
Damon
defense,
Harris
bro.
is a really good
Yeah.
cornerstone when it comes to that running game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mac Jones is a safe quarterback. In his second year, can make a lot more camaraderie,
He
a lot more
can-
chemistry with his tools. Guess
He
what?
can definitely grow more too. Like
Yes.
like even based off of the
Who's to
first
say he
year,
can grow more,
well,
right?
Like no, because I'm like on the off his first year, bro. He did everything you can ask from him, bro. Like
Hey.
at the end of the day, no one even thought he was gonna be starting.
So we'll see this much, right? Because always in the second year with these rookie quarterbacks, now you got tape. This is
Yeah.
how it works.
Yeah.
You're gonna have struggles.
Yeah.
Well, from my understanding, when he made that throw in the playoffs, and I think they were down by a touchdown, and it looked like it was
It
right there.
did.
It was a dime.
That's
But Micah Hyde made a
he's
beautiful
bro,
play.
He's
A
a great
beautiful
player, bro.
play.
His ability, yeah. Their
And
safeties
on
are
that
really good.
on that interception, I thought it was completed. I was like, "That's a dime." It was a fucking interception.
It
I don't
did.
care what anybody said. Everybody's like,
did.
"That's not a good throw. It was intercepted."
No,
that was a good
that
throw,
was a dime, bro.
and it was just a better play. So let me say this much: I have high hopes for these guys, and with the way that they run their organization, that's a big fucking deal. We're talking about how the Browns and Baker Mayfield, it's how hard it is to overturn a whole franchise.
It ain't hard.
Well, these
it
guys,
sucks.
oh, man, it's hard, brother. It's hard.
Mac Jones don't got to worry about the locker room not being on his side.
Exactly.
You
They're
have
on his side.
yeah, that part. You have a second year quarterback. I think the only downfall is that they do have film on them, but you could still take a lot of pressure off of them with the Damian Harris. You could still take a lot of pressure off him if you give him a little bit more
It's
weapons
not
on
even
the
about
outside, like you're
taking
mentioning.
pressure off him. Like even he himself making growth in the offseason will like
Let's hope.
fuck tape.
'Cause
What
I
you
feel
gonna
like-
do
I
with
feel like
what
he's
I
good.
did this offseason.
So for me, one win, and let me say this much: the Bills are going to win that division, so that means the Patriots are going to be in the wild card. Do I think the Patriots can win a wild card game in the
Honestly,
AFC?
I don't
Yes,
think
I
we
do.
should say they should win. They beat us by a game in the division this year. Are you serious?
Yeah, no, well, I'm assuming that the Bills are going to be a better team than the Patriots are, just because of Josh Allen, at least, and then you still have Von Miller on the other side, adding to their defensive ways. And I don't remember the Bills losing any of their key weapons on the outside. So for me, I got the Bills winning the division, but you have the Patriots getting in there on a wild card. Getting in there on a wild card and then having to win a wild card game, that's a playoff win, right? I think the Patriots definitely have a chance to win a playoff game. I'm going to say the Patriots do win a playoff game. Oh. You on the outside looking in, Gift, man.
I
He's
said
a
my
hater.
take.
You
I said my shit. I
He's a
put my
hater.
2 cents in.